Hey everybody, Jason here, and I'm back with another quick video for you guys today. Today I thought I'd share with you guys a few soldering tips. Now there's a ton of videos on how to solder and how heat flow works and all that stuff, so I won't bore you with that because there's already a ton of that content, but I thought I'd share a few tips that I've kind of learned over the years that have made my life a little bit easier. The first tip is get yourself a soldering jig. They can be pretty inexpensive and there's a variety of different styles. The two different ones that I own are this one from Much More, and it's a little bit more expensive. It's billet aluminum, but it has holes for all the different bullets and it holds Dean's connectors. It's like 39 bucks. And then there's this one, which is pretty awesome. It's carbon fiber and billet aluminum, and it's spring loaded, and you can get it from ProTech. That's one of the brands that you can pick up over at A-Main. They both work really well. They both hold wires. They both hold bullets. It's just very, very nice to have a soldering jig. A third hand tool is a nice alternative, but still a soldering jig is something that I consider a must-have if you're going to do a lot of soldering. The second tip is get yourself something to hold the wire so you don't burn your hands when you're trying to heat these things up and solder them together. I choose this little lineman's tool. You can get this thing on Amazon for about 10 bucks or anywhere else. If you guys want, I'll put a link down in the description. I'm sure you can pick up something similar at pretty much any hardware store. Or if you're on a tight budget, wrap a rubber band around some needle nose pliers and that'll do the trick for you just as well. Number 4, solder. It really matters. The type of solder you use matters. I see so many people that want to use this super high heat silver solder and I don't really understand it. It just makes soldering a little bit more difficult, especially if you're in a jam and have to use someone's like medium hot iron. I use 6040 rosin core solder that you can get at any Radio Shack, and I usually get it not as thin as I possibly can, but like one step up from as thin as I can. I should have grabbed the damn solder and checked the diameter. But anyways, 6040 rosin core solder. Okay, last but not least, when you're soldering wires, when you're tinning your wires before you solder everything together, aim them down so that the solder runs down, not into the wire, but runs down away from the insulated portion of the wire. Nothing sucks worse than soldering up a whole setup and then finding out that you've had solder run down into the wire 15 or 20 millimeters, and then you have a solid piece of wire that won't bend and won't kind of form into the shape you want or fit into the location you want. Okay, that's it. It was just a few tips that I've learned over the years soldering. I hope this video helped you guys out. The jigs are nice. 6040 rosin core solder over at Radio Shack works super well. I love my little lineman's tool. And that's about it. And that last tip, I'm telling you, I can't tell you how important that one is, especially for thinner wires. If you're going to do like 14 gauge wires, make sure that wire is aiming down when you tin it and get the solder on it, because there's nothing worse than you tin it like this, the solder runs all down into the wire, and then you got a big hard piece of wire that just won't bend and won't kind of conform to the area that you're trying to fit it in. So hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.